Good evening, everybody. I want to first start this live off with saying rest in peace to Black Rob. I want to say rest in peace to all the Black people that have been murdered by the police. My heart goes out to y'all. I love y'all, and I want justice for every single person that has been murdered by the police. So I want to make sure I start this live off with saying condolences to the families of everybody that has recently passed away. I just have a heavy burden on my heart regarding all the deaths, all the recent deaths that have taken place over the last year, and specifically the last month and last couple of days and weeks. My name is Rashida Strober. I am the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. I am the creator, the inventor, the designer, the architect of the very first platform in history to fight for the eradication of colorism and dark-skin discrimination, which I call darkism. And the platform that I created is called Dark Skin Activism. And I created that platform in 1998. And it's the first platform of its kind. Okay. I coined the word darkism. I coined the phrase dark skin activist, and I coined the phrase dark skin activism. Dark skin activism consists of my plays about only dark skin, my books about only dark skin, and me doing darkism talks. Everything I do revolves around dark skin issues, and eradicating darkism. Now, why do I speak on this? Why do I go into this before I start talking about what the topic is? Because people have stolen and ripped off and plagiarized me. And, we are not promised tomorrow. And I just keep thinking about this. I've been blessed to be in pretty good health, but we ain't promised tomorrow. And, with the deaths, the recent passing of these hip hop icons from the 90s, it just hits home with me. Like, nobody's promised tomorrow. And so I want to make it known every time I come on here and talk to y'all that I'm the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And yes, other Black people, they stole from me. Anybody you see on YouTube, on social media, on reality TV talking about colorism and dark skin, it started with me. They stole from my work. They didn't acknowledge it. All they did was take. And I want to make sure I hone that in every single time I talk. I'm not going to stop, because it's about my legacy and it's about my life. And I only got one life to live, and I can't live my life for y'all. I got to speak my truth. So I started this platform in 1998 before anybody talked about dark skin. Bill Duke, all of them. You know what I'm saying? The only other person I can say probably, Spike Lee, School Days, where he touched on the issue, but there was never a concerted movement to eradicate colorism and darkism, and nobody certainly was talking about it as a topic. It didn't exist until I created it. So I toiled for years before there was social media to build the platform, writing my books, doing my plays, and doing my darkism talks, and nobody else was doing this. Not no celebrity, not no YouTubers. YouTube didn't exist. Around 2000 and I want to say 10, social media is, it's brewing, and I bring the first colorism channel to social media. Again, nobody was talking about colorism. They didn't care about it. Black women did not care. Black men did not care. They didn't speak about it. Meanwhile, I had been continuing to build the platform. My work also consists of my books, which include Darkism, Token Dark Girl, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, How to Be the Hottest Dark-Skinned Chick on the Planet, which is the first motivational book for dark-skinned females. And, I wrote the books, and I just continued to do all these things around only dark skin, never seen before, as well as doing colorism and darkism counseling that, again, nobody was doing. Nobody thought about it. Nobody cared. Only other person is Cola Booth, and I've mentioned her and talked about her over and over and over again because she's the only real one that I could say that existed before social media. Nobody else did. So I can't give you credit if you don't deserve it. And I'm not going to do that. Anyway, I bring the topic of darkism and colorism online, and by extension, the world, as a result of, there was a post that I made back in 2015, and that allowed what I do as the dark skin activist, my work, to be more widely known by the masses. When I made this post about Kendrick Lamar, talking about him and his non-dark skinned girlfriend, and that post came as a result of me doing the work of dark skin activism, which was the counseling that I was doing with the dark skinned young lady who I'd been counseling for about a year. She came to me, inboxed me in my Facebook, and said, "What do you think about Kendrick Lamar's decision to, date this particular non-dark skinned woman?" And he talks about these issues, pro-Black issues. And I took to Facebook and I went and I said what I said, which is what I've been doing for the longest. And Black people thought it was crazy. They mocked me. They said, "You're crazy. You're jealous. You're nuts." And then they turn around and copy everything I did. Black women on YouTube stole and copied from me. So the person you seeing with a YouTube channel talking about colorism in 2021 done watch somebody that done watch somebody that done watch somebody that done watch somebody that done watch Rashida Strober's interviews, channel, website, etc. It all started with me. That is the bottom line. And I'm not going to back down and stop talking about people stealing from me just because you're uncomfortable. You don't have to listen to my channel. So I said all that to say some other things, to get to some other points. I don't listen to other Black women's YouTube videos. I don't sit and listen to y'all. You can say I'm divisive, I'm a hater. I don't care. I'm honest. I don't listen to what other Black women are saying on YouTube. And there's reasons for that. Number one, I like to keep my shit authentic. And I feel like if you're watching other people, especially if you're watching them. Now, if you're reading, if they don't wrote a book, that's different. Because with a book, I have to use my critical thinking. I can't visually look at someone and be impacted by what they're saying. Their facial expressions, their tonation, and all that kind of stuff. I got to actually read and use my own brain to critique. So I don't watch other Black women's videos like that. Y'all could be fucking mad all y'all want. I don't care. These chicks on YouTube, I didn't even know who they was. In fact, the chief person that stole from me knew who I was way before I knew who they were. And if I do know about these chicks, you know what happens? Like just what happened today. That's why I'm getting into this, because I'm giving y'all a backstory. I want you to understand, whether you like it or not, I don't watch other people's videos on YouTube. I don't, because I want my shit to stay with integrity and original and real. The only time there's certain times that I will watch. And I'm going to tell y'all, because this is how I got to speaking on this topic today. Okay. The only time that I will think about watching someone's video is, number one, if I am getting ready to debate somebody. There's a young lady named Sunny Day, for example. She came for me talking about Kendrick Lamar. One day she came at me on Facebook and she wanted to debate me. I respected that, because most of these females don't want to debate me. Apparently you must be intimidated. I'm not intimidated by anybody. I see everybody as equals. So I'm not watching you because I think I'm better than you. I'm not watching you because I don't have time. And I like to keep my authenticity. And I feel like you dilute yourself when you're absorbing everybody else's energy. You need to be you. You need to be you. And I've been me, and I've been the authentic Rashida before there was social media. And I'm going to keep being me. That's why colorism, the topic, got popping off, because I was being myself. And everybody else that's talking about it, y'all don't copy me. Y'all are not authentic. Y'all got lucky with YouTube views. You're not authentic. I don't respect you. I don't have to. Anyway, let me tell you the only times that I will watch a video. If I'm debating you, if I know I got to debate you, I'm going to go and study you and your theories and your logic and how you present yourself. That makes sense. I will do that. If I am getting ready to engage in a debate, that's what you're supposed to do. If you get ready to debate anybody, you study your opponent. That's what you do. So that's, I gotta, at this point, I gotta be paid. I ain't doing nothing for free. I ain't coming up debating nobody unless somebody putting down some money. I'm not debating you. I paid my dues. I created the colorism debate online. I created that. Nobody else could claim that. If you say you created the colorism debate, you're a fucking liar, because I got the date stamps and the proof. So I'll watch someone else's video if I'm getting ready to debate you, because I'm preparing for the debate. The second circumstance that I watch it is if I have met someone and connected with someone, and I really engage with that person, and I can sense their sincerity. And if that person comes to me, or if one of my supporters, they come and say, Rashida, I got this video I want you to see. Can you watch it? And a lot of times you don't be knowing what you're getting ready to watch. You don't be knowing who the person is, what they finna say. That's another thing. I mean, sometimes I just kind of don't really want to hear it. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to, absorb myself with these people that I don't know, because I mean, that's just what it is. Like it or not, I'm giving y'all the real me. But the second reason I watch somebody video is if one of my supporters or somebody that I met in person, and I done looked that person in their eye and we done engaged, and I feel that person is sincere, and they come to me and they say, well, Rashida, here's a video, or they'll send it to me, or they'll say, can you watch it? This happens to me a lot with people. Some of the stuff I get a chance to watch, some of the stuff I do not watch. I'm going to be honest, because I'm always honest. So those are the two circumstances that I will look at a video. And that's what brings me to this video today. I have one of my supporters, and the supporter that I am referring to, and y'all need to go to her channel and make sure y'all subscribe. Her name is Sister Noble. Sister Noble is her name. Now, I got respect for Sister Noble. I don't agree with everything she says. I don't. I would love for her to come on the channel whenever she wants. She's invited. I think I probably have said this to her before, but my channel had been hacked for months, and so I couldn't do nothing for a long time. But Sister Noble, to me, I feel that she is a sincere person, and I have respect for her. I do. Now, that does not mean that I agree with everything that someone says, but I'm not here to antagonize people. Just because you don't agree with them, that doesn't mean you have to antagonize them, and you can still be empathetic to them. And I want y'all to go and check this sister out, and I want y'all to also make a contribution to her as well, because she wrote a book. Her book is called God is on Trial, and Sister Noble has supported me, and I do appreciate her, and she's been through some things. If y'all go watch her channel, y'all will understand, and I empathize with her. I empathize with the sister from my heart, and I love the sister. I do. Okay? And out of respect for her is why I watched the video that she sent me, because I actually wasn't going to watch it. I get stuff and I'll be like, I just don't care to necessarily watch this stuff. I don't. I'm not going to be fake. I'm not going to pretend. I'm going to tell y'all straight up what it is. But because I had respect for the sister, met the sister under, I respect her. I said, okay, let me watch. So I watched the video that she sent me. And the video was, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. It was a video made by a Black female YouTuber. Okay. When I clicked it on, let me go back to the message that Sister Noble sent me today. Make sure y'all go subscribe to her channel as well. Support. I'm trying to find the name of that video. Give me a second here, because I want to make sure I am correct. And another thing too, like, I just don't want my energy to be messed up. I go through so much shit on a day-to-day basis, and it'd be so much drama online that's another reason why sometimes I don't want to click on these people's video, because I don't want the negative energy coming at me, because I don't never know what I'm finna click on and what I'm finna watch. So that's another reason. But the video is called, that she sent me, is called Black Rob dead friend begs kids to come. And the YouTuber's name is, hold on, y'all. I might have to click the thing on right now and go back to it because I want to make sure I get this right. It's a Black woman YouTuber. Give me a second. So y'all just know, if y'all send me videos, I might not watch it. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie now. I'll try to, but I might not necessarily watch it. Hold on. The lady's name is Tanya TKO Live. That's her name. Okay. Tanya TKO Live. Okay. So out of respect for Sister Noble, who sent me this video, I clicked the video on and I watched it, and I was listening to what this lady has to say. And I will tell you that some of the stuff she was saying, I agreed with, and some of the stuff she was saying, I disagreed with. Okay. And the thing is this, as I was listening to this sister's video, and I don't know her, this was actually my first time watching her video. She was basically, and it's subject to interpretation, she was basically speaking on, how Black men end up in their later years, and Black Rob is a reflection of that. And let me see if I'm going to get the video, and I'm going to put the video in the chat box, and y'all can go and y'all can watch the video yourselves. And it's actually going to be connected to Sister Noble's page so that you could, because Sister Noble writes blogs. So y'all can go read up on what Sister Noble had to say, and then y'all can watch this sister's video. Give me a second. Give me a second. Hold on. So I just dropped the link inside of the chat. So anyway, when I clicked on the video, I didn't know what the hell I was getting ready to watch. And like I said, I don't like watching other people's videos, especially in our community, because it's always full of drama. And so I intentionally will not watch our folks' video. I just won't do it. Hate on me all you want. Call me a hater. Call me I don't care. I don't have to watch other people's video if I don't want to. But I watched it out of respect. I clicked it on, and there was a lady that came on there named Tanya TKO. Today was my first time watching this sister, and I don't know much about her. She was speaking. In fact, I don't know about her at all, except for what I saw on the video. Okay, I didn't go and do further research. I was just listening to what she had to say in the video because the Sister Noble sent it to me, and I wanted to give her that respect and watch it out of respect. Actually, I did that for another brother over in UK that lives in the UK last night. He actually sent me a video, and he was telling me about this rapper, Akala, from the UK, that was speaking about dark skin issues in his rap song. And same thing. I said, okay, I'm going to go watch it out of respect for my supporters. Sometimes I will. So I watched Tanya TKO's video, and I listened to what she had to say. And she was, pretty much speaking on Black men and their issues with Black women, and how, a lot of Black men sometimes abandon their women and mistreat their women. And I agree with that. I wholeheartedly agree that Black men have done a lot to destroy the foundational relationship that serves to really establish the family, and then it broadens out to establish the community and then nation building. Okay. But I also said to myself, wait a minute. The whole reason why I started dark skin activism is to provide a solution to the problem. And so I've never been, and I'm never going to be one of these Black women. And I'm not saying that this is what she's doing, that she's bashing Black men. I'm not saying that. But what I am saying is that there is a lot of Black women out there who have decided, hey, I'm tired of Black men. I'm going to date interracially. I'm going to swirl. I'm going to, I'm going to do all this other stuff. And my thing is, I'm all about solutions. I've always been about the solution. I'm not going to turn my back on the Black man. Absolutely not. I'm going to continue to fight to bring Black women, Black men and Black women back together, particularly the Black men and the darks. That's always been my mission. I'm not going to be deterred from why I started dark skin activism in 1998. And I'm saying to myself, I'm listening to this. We already know the problem. YouTube, Black YouTube, is filled with regurgitating the fucking problem over and over and over and over and over and over again. Black men do this. Black women do this. And I'm a part of that. I do regurgitate the problem. Listen, I own up to it. I'm a part of that as well, where I come on here on my platform, on my YouTube channel, and I tell y'all about my segment of the problem that I have, and that is the darkism. Dark skin discrimination in terms of Black men and Black female relationships. I tell y'all that all the time. But here's the thing. What separates dark skin activism from a lot of the rhetoric in regards to the regurgitation of the problem over and over and over again is dark skin activism has always had a solution. And dark skin activism has never turned its back on the Black man and the Black woman coming together. And dark skin activism never will. Dark skin activism is not about genocide. Dark skin activism is not about giving up. Dark skin activism is not about being weak. Dark skin activism and Black Rob's passing, I want to say, affirms dark skin activism's argument, which is to bring the Black man back to the dark skinned Black woman in balance. And that's in particular, in general, to bring the Black man back to the Black woman in balance. We got to come back. We got to reconcile. We got to repair reparations. We need reparations between each other. The answer is not to continuously speak on what the problem is without providing a solution. That doesn't make sense to me. That is why I always have said over and over and over again, we need to repair, come back together. And no matter how many times people done came at me and said, you're stupid for loving these Black men. I've had people come in my comment section saying, burn the cape. I've heard that expression because y'all put it in my section. Y'all tell me I need to go swirl. Okay, I'm not going to do any of that. And I have white male followers and they know where I stand. I'm not turning my back on Black men. I'm not turning my back on Black people. It's not going to happen. The answer is that Black men and dark-skinned Black women need to get married. And that is something that I don't hear Black YouTubers speaking on in general. I mean, if they were speaking on it, I would have people coming to me saying, Rashida, watch this video. This person is talking about Black men and Black women need to get married. They're not talking about that. All they're doing is talking about the problem. We already know what the problem is. We already know what the problem is. And I don't have a problem with you talking about the problem because the problem probably bothers you, just like the problem of darkism between the Black man and the dark-skinned Black woman bothers me. It bothers me. That's why I'm talking about it. But I have a solution. I have a solution. The solution, thank you, Ray Ray. The solution is for the Black man to come back to Black and marry. I did not say date. I did not say sleep around with. I said marry the Black woman. That's the solution to our problem. And, I did, Black Rob, the sister talked about Black Rob, his children not coming to him when he was on his deathbed. And she also spoke about him not marrying any of the women that he had children with. And I myself saw a video with him and a non-Black woman. I saw this. I mean, I came from the 90s. I've seen what Black men were doing. That's one of the reasons why I started dark skin activism. Watching the videos in the 90s where Black men will always put non-Black, non-dark skinned women in these videos and praise them. And Black Rob, it was I think it was a video from 10 years ago or something to that effect, where he was talking about a new album that he had out, and he hopped in the car with a non-Black woman. He sure did. Black men have been throwing Black women, and particularly dark-skinned women, under the bus for non-Black women for literally since the end of slavery. During slavery, but definitely when, we so-called got free and were able to marry who we wanted to marry, this is what they were doing. And we know it is because of the self-hatred. It is because of what we as a people have gone through during slavery to dehumanize us and to defeminize the dark-skinned Black woman in front of the Black man, where they had, the Black woman, the dark-skinned Black woman working out in the fields, like a man. Some of them was as strong as men, or, almost as strong as men, not being able to dress up, dress femininely, or control and own our own bodies. So why would we blame each other for that? Why do we keep blaming each other for a situation that was created not by us? We did not create this situation of self-hatred, but we are the solution to the problem. Okay, so that is why I cannot jump on bandwagons with other Black women who their solution is not for the Black man and the Black woman to come back together in harmony and love, rebuilding in family and in marriage. If a Black woman is not about that, I don't hate you. You have a right to have your belief. But I'm not going to be in solidarity with that, because that is anti-Black, that is anti-African, that is anti-Black solidarity. It makes no sense. It's not a solution. Tell me all about the problem all day, but at the end of you telling me about that problem, when the nightfall comes and you done talked about that problem all day, I need us to brainstorm on what we're going to do about this. That's why at the end of all my bitching and complaining and my rants about Black men, they love light-skinned women and they do this and they do that, I know what the end goal is. It's to get y'all asses to come back. And I've been able to do it. I've done it. My work has been successful. There's a lot more work to do, but I can't tell y'all the number of men that have emailed me, hit me in my inbox on Facebook, messaged me, text me, and told me their stories about how they came back to Black. You can't tell me that dark skin activism has not been impactful and effective. Now, folks, Black women, what y'all also need to understand is just because some of y'all think the solution is to interracially date. That's not going to solve your problem. You think you're not going to have, you may have the white privilege or the non-dark privilege, but you're still going to have human problems that go on between a man and a woman. You still going to have problems that go on in a marriage. Do you really think that because you interracially date that's going to solve your problem? Because, you say, what, I'm sick of these Black men and they doing this. And, there a lot of them in prison and a lot of them marrying the white woman and the Spanish woman and everything but Black. And they don't take care of their kids. And and you say, to hell with them, let me go and get me a non-black. If you think for 1 minute that that's going to solve all your problems, that's weak to me. That's weak. That's not warrior behavior. A real warrior is going to stand up and fight and repair her village. She's not going to run over there and create more of the problems that she's complaining about. She is going to say, she's going to be a stand-up woman and say, let's repair, let's rebuild. And that's the problem that I see that's going on between black men and black women. And I will never be a part of that. I'm never going to turn my back on black men. I'm going to stay and I'm going to keep fighting it. It makes no sense because I am contributing to the demise of dark-skinned people. I am contributing to genocide. I cannot and I will not do that. I don't stand with you. I stand with you in understanding the problem. Hell, I'm a black woman too. I done been through all the stuff you talking about. These black women are complaining about other black men. I have been through it as well. We all have. But again, it all boils down to what the hell are you going to do about it? Are we going to bitch and complain on YouTube, which is fine? Are we only going to bitch and complain on YouTube, which is fine? But are we also going to bring a solution to the problem after we finish the bitching? Because it feels good to bitch and complain. It feels great to bitch, and I like it. I'm on here bitching and complaining right now, but I have solutions. One of my solutions that I've talked about, which the overarching solution is to bring the black man back to the dark-skinned black woman in balanced numbers in particular, and the black man back to the black woman in general, and marriage. Let's get married. Let's get married and build families. That is what we're supposed to be doing. That's going to take the black man and the black woman coming together and working together. That's what I'm talking about. This, after you done with all the bitching and arguing on this side, if you go in a courtroom, for example, you got the prosecutor and the prosecution and the defense, and then you got a judge is going to listen to the arguments, and the judges or the jury is going to ultimately make a decision. They're not going to sit there and keep arguing all fucking day. Eventually, court is going to be adjourned with a fucking decision. Now, sometimes those decisions are overturned, or you have to shake them up because nothing's perfect. Some of you black women think that because you married a white man, you're going to live a fairy tale life. You're not. That's laughable to me. That doesn't make any sense. You still gonna have the same set of human problems. So why not have those human problems with your brother, with your black man? Your black man that through actually no fault of your own or his own has been destroyed by racism and white supremacy. And you're going to be a part of that destruction by saying, you know what, I'm just going to go over here. If I can't beat them, join them. If I can't beat them, that's y'all mentality. Join them. I think that's weak. I think that's weak. And then you got the youth coming up that's online listening to some of this garbage. Yes, I think some of it is garbage, because if you're not supporting repair between the black man and the black woman, if you're not supporting marriage, then what are you doing? What are you supporting? You're supporting the demise of, I'm going to always support the black man and the black woman getting married and coming back together, because that is the structure of a nation. Family. Do y'all not understand that? Marriage is the structure. You're supposed to get married. You're supposed to build a family. That's the way it's supposed to be. We are the ones that have strayed away from what we're supposed to be doing, which is why we're having all this conflict with each other. Instead of us trying to, again, repair, all we're doing is complaining without providing a solution. And I think that's one of that's one of our problems. We're very good at pointing out what the problem is, but when it comes time to solving it, when it comes time to implementing a strategy, that's where we fall short. We are not implementing strategies, and they're not going to be perfect. It's going to be some trial and error. Nothing's perfect. But the problem is we're not implementing strategies. We're only complaining. My solution to this problem, because everybody got something to contribute. I don't have all the answers, but my contribution to the problem is marriage. I support even arranged marriages. I support arranged marriages. Yes. I think that families that mutually agree that, they have a son and a daughter that could be compatible, and they all agree and it's all appropriate and everybody is in agreement, I have no problem with arranged marriages, because y'all got to think about the babies that are being born now, the black girls and the black boys that are being born now. They're not going to be babies forever. What's going to happen to them when they grow up? Are they going to grow up in a world where we still arguing and fussing and fighting and complaining about each other? Or are they going to grow up in a world where they have a fighting chance of coming together, loving each other, and marrying? See, y'all got to understand that white people and other cultures, white women are expected to get married. People expect them to get married. I want for black women the same thing to happen, where we are expected to get married, where a black man is expected to court us and marry us. We need to get back to that level. That's what we need to be working on. I was just taking a drink. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, that's the solution. Nicole Black said, dark skin TV, you divorced 2 black men. Make that make sense. Well, to address you, I did not divorce 2 black men. I divorced 1 black man, and my goal is to get married again, because I like being married. I love the smell, the comfort, the touch, the hugs, the goodness of a black man. I love that. That's where I'm supposed to be. That is my natural state. And I expect to get married again. So again, just because one marriage don't work out, I'm not sitting up here saying it's going to be utopia. I never said that. I don't understand why there has to be this high level, this high standard that other races don't got to meet. Other races don't have to meet. Hold on one second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me put y'all on my mute. Hello? What was that? All right, guys, I'm back. I apologize for that. I have a situation going on with a loved one of mine that is like very sick, and I was just getting an update. I went to the hospital today to go visit them, and I was just getting an update from them. And and it is a black man. Like I said, man, listen, I love black men. Okay. I'm never going to stop loving black men, and I'm never going to stop fighting for reparations regarding the relationship between the black man and the black woman. I am never going to quit. I'm never going. This society, the racism and the darkism in this that has came out of this society to try to destroy the black community it's not going to deter my hope and my love. You know, it's not going to stop me from loving love between myself and the black man, because I love. And we need to get back to that point of where we love between each other, because we had it when, before the invaders came into Africa. We had it. We weren't dysfunctional like this. I don't think we focus enough on the love stories of, our people. We don't focus enough on, I believe, the love story between, for example, Malcolm X and Dr. Betty Shabazz. That's a beautiful love story. It's a wonderful love story. Why can't we focus on that? Why can't we focus on Anthony Hamilton? He has a song called "Are We Gonna Get Back to Love?" Get back to love. And he's right. That's what black men and black women need to do. We need to figure out how to get back to love. And folks, I understand that overall it is the fault of the destruction of black people that came as a result of racism and white supremacy. But what I'm saying to you now, we can do something about it. We have free will. We can make a choice, and we can decide that we are going to work together and we're going to build. The black man can make a choice that I'm going to go and search out a black woman instead of tearing her down. If I run into a bad one that I don't like, a ratchet one, a nasty one, okay, there's literally billions of other black women around the world. Same thing with a black woman. If I run into a horrible black man that treated me bad, okay, that's just one man. There's other black men out there that are good. I think that we are not focusing on that enough. We are not getting back to the love that we have. And that's the one thing that I really respect and appreciated about the civil rights era, which I kind of wish I was born in, because I feel like black men and black women were more in love with each other. There was more black marriages. There were more children being born in wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Black men and black women was coming together and staying together. And I know that integration had a big part in our demise. I get that. So why are we blaming each other? It's like we're blaming the victim. It doesn't make no sense. Going back to there's a book I keep telling y'all to read. It's called Pedagogy of the Oppressed, where we can understand the thought process of oppressed people and how they then relate to each other. That's what's going on with black men and black women. We're oppressed and we're relating to each other in a destructive way instead of a healing way. And I've always wanted to heal. That's why why do I keep getting calls while I'm talking to y'all? Why? Hold on, y'all. Hello? Yes, darling. What's that? Well, no, what you're supposed to do is finish out everything, and then you can call me, and then we can go over the answers. You want to do it like that? Yeah. Go ahead. Well, how many pages are in the book? Okay, so you got the test coming up tomorrow, right? Y'all take the test tomorrow, right? Well, how about this? Because I don't want to overwhelm you. How about you do 3 pages? Take your time. Excuse me? Okay, well, you're not going to be able to complete all of that because you need to get some rest. How about you do at least 3 pages, read 3 of those stories. I think it's going to be 2 each. So that's 2, 4, 6. And then complete the answers and then call me and we'll go over the answers. Okay? No, because I want to go over everything at once. Okay? All right. Thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. So y'all, sorry about that. That was, somebody mentioned me divorcing my ex-husband. Yeah. Well, I did get a divorce and I am going to get married again because I love Black men. And I told y'all I love being married and I love the smell of a man, the feel of a man, the touch of a man. That's just what it is. But anyway, yeah, I did divorce him, but we have joint custody of our daughter. And right now, see, we need each other. We can, one thing about me, I'm an academic person and I keep up with what's going on in my child's school life, even though I don't like all this stuff. I'm not going to sit up here and lie. It's not fun. It's dry and it's boring, but it has to be done. And I'm the type of person, if something got to be done, I work to get it done. So we have joint custody. She's with her dad now. She's with her dad, Sunday through Wednesday. And then she comes back to me the other days. But she has a standardized state test that determines whether or not they go to the next grade level. And this is the first year, starting in 3rd grade, that they take the test. And so for me, it's very important that she does well on the test. So I began drilling her. Her dad does not do all of this. Now, this man has a PhD, but he doesn't do all of this. But I do. I bought a ton of books, reading comprehension books, and we've just been drilling. And I even got access to the actual practice tests for the states. And we've been drilling and drilling. And so, I told Lauren, we made a little deal that she took one of the practice books, reading comprehension practice books, with her to her dad's house. And the deal was, if she gets a certain amount of work done, I would give her a reward for it. So she was calling me about that, following up with me. And so it's this thing where we got to still, even though we divorced, we got a child together, I still want my child to do well academically, because they're always saying that Black students don't perform well academically. Well, that ain't happened with none of my kids, because I taught them how to read. I do teach. I believe in teaching to the test. I do my own homeschooling. I've been doing it for years. I actually don't need a school system to teach my kid. I can actually do it myself. But, I work in solidarity to make sure that she has what she needs. So again, that's the phone call I was taking with Lauren. But anyway, it goes back to building the relationship, repairing the relationship. And it's not going to be perfect. We have to understand we got some hurts and some pains. I have hurts and pains from my relationship, the cheating, all that kind of stuff. I had them hurts and pains. I'm human. We're all human. I get it. But does that mean you write off an entire race of men or women? That doesn't make any logical sense. What you do is you keep moving forward. You keep seeking, you keep building, and you don't necessarily have to go out and look for it elsewhere. Okay? Clean up your own house first before you go out and try to say, well, you know what? My house is dirty. It's filthy. I ain't going to put no time and energy into fixing it up. Do you know that there are some people? I knew this one lady that instead of her going to the laundromat, or she didn't have a washing machine and dryer in her house, which some people don't, no biggie. So instead of her going to the laundromat and washing her clothes, do you know what this woman would do? She would let all these dirty clothes pile up, and she would go out and buy new clothes. I thought this was the most strangest, nonsensical thing, one of the most that I'd ever seen. But this is what this lady would do. She would literally go out, and she had 3 kids. I'll never forget. And she looked so well put together now at work. But I discovered this woman was going out buying new clothes, while her other clothes, the same new clothes she would buy, when she took them off and they was dirty, they throw them into the pile and just leave them there, and just build up and piled up and build up and piled up, and boom. Next thing you got a house that's dirty, full of dirty clothes, smelling stink. Instead of taking the time to clean those nice clothes, wash them, put them in the cleaners, iron them. They would be very nice. You could still wear them. You could still fit them. She didn't want to do that. And that's, analogous to what a lot of our people are doing. Instead of working with what we have and loving ourselves and repairing and understanding that, you know what, we didn't create all of this dysfunction. It's not our fault. Let's work it out. We think we go out and we buy some new clothes and we think that those clothes are better. And guess what? We find out that those clothes get dirty too. Those clothes get dirty too. New clothes get dirty, people. So you're just going to keep searching and buying new clothes and wasting your time and energy and money. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense to me. And Ray said, I'm just getting familiar with showing comments on here. I like what you said. You said a godly man and a godly woman forgives in spite of all abuse done to us. And you're right. I'm not saying that you have to forget. I'm not saying that you have to be kumbaya with the person. That ain't what I'm saying. Because some things are unforgivable and you do have to cut ties. But I'm saying that you should not put all your hurts and anger and rage off on an entire group of people. If you have not dated every single Black man or Black woman on earth, then how can you judge the entire group? It doesn't make any sense. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to judge an entire group of Black men or Black women because one or two or three people hurt you? It's illogical. It's sickening. It's destructive. It's genocide. That's what it leads to. So while I understand the sentiment of a lot of Black women and they come on, they come on YouTube and they speak their piece, and I'm all for their freedom of speech. We can agree to disagree. I ain't mad at y'all. Like I said, I'm still probably not going to watch y'all videos like that. I only watched this person's video today because out of respect for the sister, I'm just keeping it real. Y'all can be mad. Y'all call me whatever y'all want. I just don't watch people's videos like that. I don't. And I'm not going to if that's not what I want to do. But like I'm saying, this whole sentiment of bash and hate Black men and women, I have never been on that hate train. If we ain't trying to critique each other and improve, what is the fucking point? Again, for me, it all boils down to a solution. At the end of the day, what the hell are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? You got to ask yourself at some point, how are we going to solve the problems? And for me, I want to see more Black marriages. I want to see more Black happy families. I want to see Black men and Black women get married. I want to see Black men and dark-skinned Black women get married and love each other and work on it and not run away from each other. If you're going to have children, I want to see Black men and Black women have children in wedlock. If you're going to have children, I want to see you married. That's the solution for me at the end of the day. Marriage, and understand that it's not going to all be perfect. No race has perfect marriages. I don't know why Black people think that if they date interracially, or that white people or Hispanic people or Indian people, they have perfect. No race of people has perfect anything. Come on, y'all. This is what I don't like. We're not being fair to each other. We're not giving each other a fair shake. Stop running away from each other. If you get a woman pregnant, slow down. Marry that woman. Get some counseling. That's another thing I want us to do. And I've encouraged some of the people that I know, I ain't gonna say no names, the couples that I know that got kids, man, I'm pushing for them. Hey, get some counseling. Y'all got children together, stay together and keep building. Don't leave, don't run away, because it's gonna be harder if she takes them children and go that way and you go that way. No, let's keep this together. Let's build. Let's get counseling. Seek out if you got a pastor, seek out your pastor, seek out whatever resource. And you have to do your due diligence. Make sure the people that really care about you, because some of these people don't care. Some of these people don't really love you. It's hard. I get it. But seek out counseling. Do whatever you got to do before you just walk away. Black men do need to stop walking away. A lot of them do walk away from their kids. I agree. And some Black women do push the Black men away. We're all at fault. We all have the solution as well. And it is not to run from each other and make shit worse. It is to try to figure out how can we work this out. And if you just can't work it out, okay, I understand. I get it. I'm not going to sit there and tell you to stay in a situation where you've been abused or somebody doing some fucked up shit to you. Now, that ain't what I'm saying. I don't nobody come on my video talking about, oh, you want me to, no. I ain't talking about somebody beating you up and, attacking you and abusing you. That is not what I am saying here now. I am not saying that. I'm saying if a relationship is a healthy enough relationship where nobody's being violent and doing evil shit to each other, but they just got some things that they need to stay in it, work it out. Because all you're going to do a lot of times is you go to a situation that's even worse. You're not going to be able to escape the human problems. So why don't we just stay with each other and try to work it out? That's really my basic sentiment. Now, I'm not saying Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign, shout out to you, that marriage guarantees healthy families. But I know one thing. I do believe that marriage would help to support and reinforce more healthy families rather than a bunch of baby mamas and a bunch of baby daddies running around here. I would rather see a man and a woman. Let's say a man got a bunch of babies from one woman and they ain't get married each other. That's just his baby mama. And they got some kinks in a relationship. I would, if I was wealthy, I would put them in counseling, get them a house, get them whatever they need to work that out so they can build a healthy family, get married, and stay together for their kids. That's what I would do. The answer is not for that woman. If that man ain't beating up on her and doing all kind of crazy stuff, that's different. I'm not talking about that. If that man, they got some differences going and, like what couples do, they need to try to stay together and work it out, get some counseling, work things out for those kids and build. Instead of just the immediate solution, people just want to run away. No. If you don't want to have a family, and if you don't want to build a healthy family, if you don't want to get married, then please just don't have kids. Don't have kids. That's another solution. If you know that you don't like a person and they're not a person that you see as a long-term partner, don't have kids from the person. That's another one of my solutions. Stop having children from people that you don't get along with or that you don't like. That doesn't even make sense, but people do it all the time. I mean, I want to know, I want somebody to drop some solutions in the comment section right now, because I'm about to end this live, because I done talked enough here. And I pretty much have said what I got to say. Y'all know my sentiment is I'm not turning my back on Black men. I'm never going to walk away. I will get married again. I love love. I love Black love. And that's what it is. I am never going to stop. Nobody's perfect. No race is perfect. I ain't going to run over there and marry interracially thinking nothing happened. It ain't going to happen. Child, please. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stay and repair. That's all it's going to be. All Black men ain't bad. All Black women ain't bad. We need to stay together. We need to build with each other. We need counseling. We need to build healthy Black families and communities, and we could do it. Why do people think that Black people are not capable of building healthy families? That's an insult. Why is it that we gotta go date interracially in order to have a so-called health? That didn't make any damn sense to me, but that's what a lot of people believe. Why do y'all think that we all have to be dysfunctional? No, I know Black couples that are doing very well. They're married. They're not perfect, but they in it for the long. Ain't no marriage gonna be perfect. Ain't no family gonna be perfect. What else is new? That doesn't mean you walk away. Black people are just as capable of building a healthy, viable Black family than anybody else. I don't understand why. I don't understand why we don't think that we're capable of it. I think we can do it. I think we should put more emphasis and focus on building the Black family rather than tearing it down. And again, if you're going to rant and rave like I do, I admit it, I do it too. If you're going to come on YouTube and rant and rave about the problems between the Black man and the Black woman, please have a solution at the end of your rant and rave. Please. I need a solution. I mean, I'm looking in the chat. What a solution. So I need somebody before I get off this live to drop a solution. Don't tell me what the problem is. I could watch YouTube videos all day, or y'all could watch my channel all day and hear me ranting about Black men loving light-skinned women and not liking me. Y'all love to hear that though. If I was sitting up here talking about it, y'all love to hear me go in and talk shit about that. But when I start talking about hardcore solutions, and I done gave y'all two of mine, I said, let's get married. Let's get married. Let's get counseling. Let's work on it. Y'all don't want to do that. I think we like dysfunction. I'm starting to think that we just like the dysfunction. We don't want health and wealth. We don't want to build. I'm waiting for some solutions. I want somebody to drop a solution in this comment section, in this chat box. And I'm gonna go ahead and end this because I ain't gonna be on here for too much long. But when I end this, you can always go to the comment section and put your solution. How do we solve the problem? After the rant, how do we solve the problem? And I've been asked that question too. And I like when people ask me that question because it challenges me to come up with a solution and not just complain. How do we solve the problem? Just at least give me one solution. Y'all can do that. We need to develop a Black man, Black woman think tank where the think tank should be about rebuilding and repairing the Black family. How do we do that? Where members, everybody would come to the table like a potluck. Everybody would come to the table with a solution. Anyway, y'all, because I'm looking at this chat and I ain't seeing no solutions, and that's very disappointing to me. But I'm gonna keep on going. I got the genetics said counseling. Thank you. And I agree. A lot of us need counseling. Thank you, 4411-825. I agree wholeheartedly. Black people need counseling. Black people, and I myself included, I done said a million times since I got my channel back that I have been in therapy. I've been going to therapy for all the stuff that happened to me over the last year with the attacks on me, the police not doing anything about it. You know, I believe in therapy. You're right. We need some counseling. We need to get some good-hearted, caring, kind, and I would say Black counselors, not to discount the skills and the empathy of the non-Black, but I'm just saying we need to develop a level of empathy towards each other. I think that would go a long way. 4411-825 said revolution as well. Agreed. I just want to get down to some solutions. I just want to get back to loving the Black man and the Black woman loving each other. That's really what I want, y'all. Truth be told, that's what I want. I like going to weddings. I love to go to weddings. I'm not a funeral person. I don't want to go to nobody's funeral. I ain't gonna tell no lie. I'm not a baby shower person either. I like to see weddings. I love to see weddings because that represents nation building to me. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And that's why Operation Exodus Mississippi, I think that's why 4411-825 said revolution. Y'all thought process is actually in sync. And everybody has something to contribute to the solution as well. Ray said, do you women accept a man's point of view? I think we got to learn to accept each other's point of view. I think, Ray, that women, you said women humble yourselves. I think men and women, we both have to humble ourselves in a relationship. It's a give and take. It can't be one person, because we're there to help and support and build each other. And it goes back to what, going back to the video that Sister Noble sent me regarding Tanya TKO, where she was speaking about Black Rob and him not having any of his children by his bedside and not marrying any of the children's mother. Well, maybe if he would have married one of them, then he would have had a wife by his side. Again, it goes back to the solution is to get married. The solution is to come together. The solution is to build. God put the man on earth for the woman and the woman on earth for the man. That's the way it's supposed to be. But along the line, we done got it all twisted and messed up and dysfunctional. But as for me, y'all, I ain't gonna never stop believing in Black love. I see it in my family. I see Black love stories in my family, and I am what they, for lack of a better phrasing, I'm a hopeless romantic. I know that's a Eurocentric concept, but y'all understand where I'm coming from. I believe in Black love. I believe, it is what it is. Through all the storms and all the fires and all the hardships that we done went through as a people, I still believe, and to the day I die, whether I'm married or not, whether I'm in a relationship or not, which I hope to be. It doesn't define me, but again, God put me here for a man, and He put a man here for me. That's how it's supposed to be. So I'm always gonna believe in Black love. Nobody can ever take that away from me. I'll stand against a million motherfuckers, and I'm still gonna stand up for Black love. That's my stance. That's where I'm coming from. That's my stance, and that's all it's gonna be. That's what I believe in. You got to stand. At the end of the day, you have to stand up for what you believe in, because you have nothing. You have nothing at the end of the day. If you don't stand for what you believe in, what the fuck do you have? What do you have? This is my principle that I stand on. It's the reason why I started dark skin activism, because the mission was to bring Black men back. And I stand on that, and I'm never going to let it go. I'm relentless with it. So, Black men and women, they can fight and carry on YouTube all day and all night. I'm untouchable in my stance. It's always going to remain the same, and I can respectfully disagree with whomever. For me, it is the black man, black woman, black man, black woman, and that's what I live for. That is what I live to see. Rest in peace to Black Rob. Rest in peace to DMX. Rest in peace to Dante Wright. Rest in peace to Breonna Taylor. Rest in peace to all of our brothers and sisters that have been taken away from us because of racism, because of black on black crime as well. We got to do better. We got so much work that we have to do. We got so far to go, and we can never give up, y'all. We can never give up. We're tired, I understand, but we can never give up. If you give up, what else do you have? You can never give up. I hope y'all know that. We can never give up on each other. We cannot do that. We must finish running this race. And it is not a sprint. It is a marathon. Understand me clearly. This is not a sprint. There's a scripture in the Bible that say the race is not given to the person, and I'm paraphrasing. It's not given to the one that finishes first necessarily. It's the one that can endure. This is about endurance. Are we going to be able to endure the hell that we've been dragged through as Black people in terms of the separation of the Black man and the Black woman? Are we going to be able to endure and withstand? Or are we just going to throw in the towel and be weak and give up? I can't do that. I'm not built like that. I love Black men. I love y'all. My Black husband is out there, and I love you very much. And that's just what it is. And I want to see Black men marry Black women, and I'm going to see it. It's happening every day, and we're going to see more of it. All right, y'all. That's it. I'm going to get off here now. I want to thank y'all for watching. And like I said, rest in peace to all of the brothers and sisters that have passed. Rest in peace to my brother Mandela Davis. Please go on to YouTube, onto Facebook, and type in his name, Mandela Davis, and you'll see this powerful brother that was with us. He passed away a couple of days ago. You will always be missed. I have him as my profile picture. I love him so much. And let me see. I want y'all to see how he looks. I want to honor him before I get up off of here. I'm going to do a quick screen share again so you guys can know who Mandela Davis is. I used to get messages from him almost every other day, and I'm going to miss getting messages from my brother. God knows I'm going to miss it. But God got him, and he's resting in power. This is my brother right here. That's him.